everybody, it's JT Sports and back to you guys with another video. This video I'm here with my Detroit Lions versus the New York Giants Week 8 NFL preview and prediction. I'm going to be previewing this matchup and give my predictions for who will win this game. Before I begin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, below NFL videos and college football videos daily. Also make sure to hit that bell icon on the right side of the subscribe button, which will alert you every time that I upload a new video. And also make sure to follow me on my social media platforms. My Instagram and my Twitter is down in the description down below. So in this matchup, we have the 2-5 New York Giants on the road at the 2-3-1 Detroit Lions. The New York Giants are in third place in the division, and the Detroit Lions are in last place in a very competitive NFC North division. And this is a must-win game for the Detroit Lions. Now, this isn't really a must-win game for the New York Giants because nobody's really expecting it, and nobody really had high expectations for the New York Giants. But the Detroit Lions, a fan base that was saying that this team was going to end up winning 10 games or winning 12 games or 11 games and making the playoffs and potentially winning this division. And I told Detroit Lions fans in the offseason, a lot of Lions fans got mad at me because I said this team was going to end up going 8-8. And so far, this team has looked like an 8-8 team to me. And here's the reason why. Matt Patricia has been a disappointment as a head coach. If I'm the Detroit Lions, I cut ties with him. I don't care if he hasn't had enough time. Listen, he's basically in the same department as Dan Quinn with Atlanta. Two defensive-minded coaches that have defenses that rank near the bottom of every statistical category on defense. The Detroit Lions are near last in the NFL in pass defense. I don't know who's worse, the Oakland Raiders or the Detroit Lions. They're literally one of the worst teams in the NFL in trying to stop the pass. They're 28th in the NFL in rushing yards per game allowing 139.2 rushing yards per game. They're allowing opposing teams to rush for 4.9 yards per carry every time they rush the ball, which is, you might as well go ahead and round that. They're giving up 5 yards per carry. The New York Giants just are not good on the defensive side of the ball. And it's inexcusable. You cannot make no excuses why this defense should be that bad with a defensive-minded coach. If you hire a coach who specializes in the offense or the defensive side of the ball, if you have an offensive-minded coach, the worst part of your team should not be the offense. You should not have to have questions about your offense. If you're a defensive-minded coach, your defense should not be a problem. And I've been preaching out on this channel for a very long time. And now people are starting to understand where I'm coming from. This Detroit Lions defense sucks. You got Trey Flowers, who hasn't did much to anything. Probably the best free agent acquisition on the defensive side of the ball has been Justin Coleman. That's probably the only free agent acquisition that I've actually seen the Detroit Lions on the defensive side of the ball actually make plays. Everybody else, you got Mike Daniels. We hyped up. Myself included, Detroit Lions fans, and myself included, hyped up this defensive line to be one of the best defensive lines in all of football. Top 5. You got Mike Daniels. You got Trey Flowers. You got a lot of guys on that defensive line who haven't really did anything. You can't stop the run. You can't stop the pass. And it's just inexcusable. Inexcusable. There's no reason why this Detroit Lions defense should be this terrible as what it is right now. They actually took a step back from where they were last season. Last season, this defense was not that bad. So you get all these free agent acquisitions, and the defense ranks near the bottom in almost every statistical category possible. Rushing yards per game allowed, pass yards per game allowed, they're near the bottom in every statistical category. Now the offense has been solid. Matthew Stafford has played like a top 10 quarterback, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I don't care what anybody says. If you don't think Matthew Stafford is not an elite quarterback, okay, you can say that. But there's no way you can't say that Matthew Stafford hasn't played like a top 10 quarterback this year. And so far, he's still carrying this Detroit Lions offense like what he has been doing the last decade or so ever since he's got drafted. He's been breaking his back carrying this Detroit Lions team that cannot run the football. Cannot run the football. They can protect Matthew Stafford. About time he can get some protection back there. But this guy still can't get a run game. Can't get a run game to save his life. Detroit has only rushed for over 100, has only had one 100-yard rusher, and that was in that Kansas City Chiefs game. They can't run the ball. The offensive line is good when it comes to pass protection, but when it comes to run blocking, these guys cannot create no holes. Every time Kerryon Johnson gets the ball, he's getting popped. No holes. And people, the Detroit media tried to say that Kerryon Johnson is having a subpar season. What kind of season are you expecting this guy to have behind the offensive line that cannot run block? And that's a big reason why Detroit is 2-3 and run right now, because they can't run the football. That's why they can't finish games in the second half, because they can't run the football. When you have a defense that sucks, you have to be able to run the football to keep the opposing defense on the field and give your defense a break. Detroit is getting gassed. And a big reason why is because, yeah, they're explosive in the passing game, but they can't run the football. So, I mean, Kurt Warner went on Twitter and said that the Detroit Lions, despite the record of a 5-0 football team, this is not a 5-0 football team. This defense, I don't know if Kurt Warner's been watching the same Detroit Lions team I've been watching, but this Detroit Lions team on the defense side of the ball is god-awful. And it's inexcusable. And it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. They're near the bottom in almost every statistical category on defense. And it's absolutely sickening, and it's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. If Detroit doesn't make it to the playoffs, Matt Patricia's got to go. Same thing with Dan Quinn. You can't call yourself a defensive-minded coach, and you're right near the bottom in almost every statistical category on defense. Don't give me that crap about he needs more time. He's not showing no promise. The defense has shown no promise. I mean, what? You didn't allow Patrick Mahomes to throw a touchdown? So you're patting yourself on the back like that's something to be proud of? You lost the game. You lost the game. The defense allowed Kansas City to score 30 points. And you're giving yourself a round of applause like you did something because Patrick Mahomes didn't throw a touchdown. Really? You still allowed 30 points. If anything, that just goes to show you how you should be more disappointed in your defense because you didn't allow Patrick Mahomes to score a touchdown and you still let Kansas City put up 30 points. So why are you giving yourself a round of applause for? That should even make your defense look more questionable because Patrick Mahomes didn't throw a touchdown and you still let Kansas City put up 30 points on your defense. So I don't know what it is with the Detroit Lions, but Matt Patricia, he's got to go after this season if Detroit doesn't turn this thing around real quick. Because there's no reason how you can call yourself a defensive-minded coach and your defense is this god-awful, ranks near last in almost every statistical category on defense. It makes absolutely no sense at all. At all. I mean, you got shredded by Carson Wentz, whose best wide receiver was Nelson Aguilar. Come on now, it's sickening, it's inexcusable, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. If Detroit loses this game versus the New York Giants, where they have a good possibility of doing, this Lions team is not going to the playoffs, and they're not going to win 8 games. The season's over if they lose to the New York Giants. We're midway through the season, and this Detroit Lions defense absolutely is terrible. Look at the stats. Right near in the bottom, and almost every stat possible on the defensive side of the ball, Detroit ranks near the last. They either rank 25th or lower. So let's talk about the New York Giants. New York Giants, you got Daniel Jones, you got Saquon Barkley back. They got a good chance of winning this game. When we look at my keys to victory, what easy teams to be able to do to win this game, the Detroit Lions, they got to stop Saquon Barkley. I don't know. Will that happen? I don't know. The New York Giants are averaging near 5 yards per carry, 4.9. And the Detroit Lions are allowing opposing teams to rush for 4.9 yards every time they hand the football off. And they're 20th in the NFL in rushing yards per game allowing the opposing teams to rush for 139.2 rushing yards per game. But they have to be able to stop Saquon Barkley and put pressure on Daniel Jones. And then also they have to have success running the football. Kerryon Johnson is expected to miss some time, but you still got to find a way to run the football. Detroit has to have success running the football. They're averaging 3.8 yards per carry, 103.2 rushing yards per game. You got to have success running the football, especially against the New York Giants defense that struggled to stop the Arizona Cardinals running the football. Every run the play Arizona called, the New York Giants could not stop them. And that was without David Johnson even playing. Then you also got to get pressure on Daniel Jones. Trey Flowers, Mike Daniels, whoever's healthy on the defensive line needs to show up and make some plays. Trey Flowers is getting paid how much money? And hasn't did diddly squat. So he needs to show up in this game. Now, what the New York Giants got to be able to do to win this game, they have to get stops on third down. The New York Giants are 18th in the NFL and third down conversion percentage. So they're not bad, but they're not good. So they're pretty much average. And the Detroit Lions are 17th in the NFL on converting on third downs on the offensive side of football. The next thing the New York Giants got to be able to do is they got to disrupt the passing game. The Detroit Lions are averaging 12 yards every time they pass the football. So New York, obviously a big flaw of the defense has been their inability to stop the passing game. But also, like we saw last week, they can't stop the run either. So if you're the New York Giants, if you're able to stop the passing game, then you got a good chance to win this game, because Detroit's offensive line, when it comes to run blocking, they act like they don't know how to run block for anything because they can't create any holes. So if you're able to disrupt the passing game and get Matthew Stafford off rhythm, then the New York Giants got a good chance to win this game. So the team that I'm going with to win this game, I'm going with the Detroit Lions to win this game. I hope they can win this game, because they lose this game, all hope is lost. Because then you're going to end up being 3-4 games back in the division, and you're pretty much going to take yourself out of the playoff picture. So this is a must-win game for the Detroit Lions. You lose this game versus the New York Giants, your season's over. You might as well pack it in, tank for a draft pick, because your season's over. You're not going to make it to the playoffs, and you're not going to win the division. You really got no chance to win the division already, because Green Bay and Minnesota already done busted the division wide open. It's pretty much over. So the least thing you can do is try to get a wild card spot. But if Detroit loses this game versus the New York Giants at home, oh my goodness. I just want to know what to say. So let me know what you guys think, who's going to end up winning this game down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys' thoughts on the Detroit Lions and New York Giants season has been so far. And make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching.